So when I was fired the last time from this show,
Wait,
people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
And just like that, the debate was reignited. Was this a justified response to an inappropriate remark, or was it cancel culture going too far? Was Behar held accountable, or was she unfairly pushed out as part of a larger agenda? As the dust settles, attention is shifting to The View itself. What happens next? Will ABC bring in someone less controversial to avoid future scandals? Or will they double down and introduce another bold personality to keep the show's fiery debates alive? And then there's the million-dollar question. What happens to the lawsuit now that Behar is gone? Will the legal battle continue, or will ABC step in to settle quietly before things get worse? Some insiders believe the network is already working behind the scenes to reach a settlement with Leavitt, hoping to make the controversy disappear before it spirals out of control. A lengthy courtroom showdown could be...
Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old. But boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House briefing.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked.
Disastrous for ABC, keeping Behar's remarks in the headlines for months or even years. But others argue that it won't be so simple. If Leavitt refuses to settle, this case could set a precedent for how defamation lawsuits impact public figures, especially those in media. But this isn't just about The View anymore. It's about something bigger. How much accountability should media personalities face for their words? Should talk show hosts have free rein to say whatever they want? Or are we entering a new era where networks are forced to silence their most controversial voices? Behar's departure has shaken the industry. It raises major questions about the future of outspoken television personalities. Will networks start playing it safe, steering clear of hosts who stir too much controversy? Or will they continue embracing fiery, unfiltered voices, knowing that controversy drives ratings? One thing is certain. This isn't just about Joy Behar anymore. It's about the shifting landscape of television and who gets to speak freely on national platforms.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming upon them.
As for Behar, she's been surprisingly silent since her exit, fueling intense speculation about her next move. For someone who built her career on being outspoken and unafraid to address controversy head-on, her lack of response is unusual. Is she strategizing her comeback, waiting for the right moment to reclaim control of the narrative? Or is she stepping back, allowing the storm to pass while she weighs her options? Many believe she won't stay quiet for long. Behar has never been one to shy away from confrontation, and some expect her to return with a fiery statement, whether that means calling out ABC for how they handled her departure, defending herself against the lawsuit, or even doubling down on her remarks. She could also take the opportunity to clarify her intent, perhaps issuing a carefully worded response to smooth things over while maintaining her signature boldness. On the other hand, some insiders suggest Behar might choose to fade into the background to protect her legacy. At 81 years old, she's already had a long, influential career in television, and walking away now could allow her to avoid further controversy. A quiet retirement would spare her the stress of ongoing media scrutiny and legal battles, letting her step away on her own terms. No matter which path she takes, one thing is clear: her departure marks the end of an era. The View has thrived on strong, opinionated voices, and Behar was at its center. Without her, will the show continue pushing boundaries, or will ABC play it?
Your job, and the American people agree with that sentiment. So it's about competence, skill, and merit.
It's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections.
Safe, avoiding the kind of controversy that made The View must-watch television. Her exit could signal a broader shift in daytime talk shows, one that may forever change how bold, unfiltered conversations are handled on mainstream TV. Now, it's your turn. Do you think Behar's exit was justified, or was she unfairly pushed out? Was this a necessary consequence, or just another example of cancel culture in action? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next major twist in this unfolding media saga. Because trust me, this story is far from over. Joy Behar's sudden departure from The View has sent shockwaves through the media world. Fans, critics, and even her longtime co-hosts are in disbelief, scrambling to figure out what really happened. Behar has always been known for her sharpie wit, fearless opinions, and willingness to stir controversy. But this time, it looks like she may have gone too far. ABC is staying tight-lipped, refusing to release any official details about her exit. But that hasn't stopped speculation from running wild. The most talked-about theory? A defamation lawsuit.
Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
That may have sealed Behar's fate. Reports suggest that Karoline Leavitt, Donald Trump's press secretary, filed a legal case against her, and many are now wondering, was this lawsuit the final straw? It all started with a comment that took social media by storm. During a live segment, Behar made a remark about Leavitt that instantly sparked backlash. She implied that Leavitt's position wasn't earned through qualifications, but was based solely on her appearance. That comment set off a firestorm. Critics called her out for being hypocritical and undermining the very values she had championed for years. The irony was impossible to ignore. Behar had built her career on calling out sexism in politics and media. Yet, in one careless moment, she did exactly what she had condemned others for. The reaction was immediate. Gasps rippled through The View's live audience.
To the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job. Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage.
Even her co-hosts, who were used to her no-holds-barred commentary, were visibly stunned, but the real storm erupted online. Social media exploded with outrage, and even some of her most loyal supporters struggled to defend her. People who once admired her bluntness now felt betrayed. Many saw her words as dismissive and degrading rather than witty and insightful. At first, Behar brushed off the backlash. She didn't apologize, didn't acknowledge the outrage. She acted like it was just another fleeting controversy. But this time, it didn't just fade away. This wasn't just another scandal, it was a full-blown crisis. And things took a serious turn when Karoline Leavitt took legal action. Instead of just condemning the remark publicly, Leavitt went straight to court. She filed a defamation lawsuit, claiming Behar's words had damaged her professional reputation. Even worse for Behar, the lawsuit alleged that her comment wasn't a slip-up. It was a deliberate attack meant to discredit Leavitt. As the lawsuit gained traction, ABC found itself in a tough spot. The network had stood by Behar through countless controversies, but this time, the stakes were much higher. A defamation lawsuit wasn't just bad press. It was a legal nightmare that could cost them millions and severely damage their credibility. Behind the scenes, ABC executives scrambled to figure out their next move. If they defended Behar, they'd be dragged into a high-profile court battle that could stretch on for months, if not years. But if they cut her